It's very, very wonderful question. Why surrender? How can we make ourselves, how can we convince our mind, first of all? Let's talk about that. How do we convince our mind that surrender? That is the journey that we go on, masters. Sometimes we have to understand no matter what we do, no matter how we try to control, the results don't come as we want, right? But in spite of that, we can't let go. We can't let go because, as I said before, letting go is against our ego, Even on spiritual path, the ego letting go does not happen till the last bit, I have to say that. Till you kind of reach that Manipuraka chakra, till then your ego will be holding this point. Because we associate ourselves with ego. We think we are the ego. That's the biggest problem. The identification of the ego, identification of ourselves with the ego is the main problem that we can't let it go. So to answer Hari's question, first of all, we need to understand why we cannot let go. And for that, you need to understand what is ego. Ego has got certain characteristic, masters. If we understand the ego's characteristic and understand we are not that, then we can be objective and we can start thinking about surrender. Otherwise, we can't think about surrender. So what does ego do? Ego wants power. What is power? Power means I'm more than you. If you and I are same, then I don't have power on you, isn't it? I have to be one above you. That's what ego wants. Ego always wants. See, if you buy BMW and the next person also buy BMW, gone happiness. No more happiness. So, if you buy Tesla, then you will be happy. Oh, okay, I've got something that the other person... But the next moment, the other guy goes and buy Tesla, gone. The happiness gone. All that $1 million or 90,000, whatever it is, gone down the drain. That is the story of ego. It just wants one above the other. That's all. Right? So, when we understand that this comparison story happens because of ego, first of all, we have to drop comparison, masters. There is no comparison between you and the next one. Most of the things that we are doing is just to make ourselves feel better than the next person. Our whole story of life is comparison. If somebody is in the US and I'm in Australia, I don't care what they do. But my focus is always on the next door neighbor because I can see them all the time. Or Hari if he's in Melbourne. So we only compare with who we can relate to, who we can see. But now let's take the story a little bit further. We are all born different, masters. We are all born different physically. Our looks, our personalities, our parents, our place of birth, everything is different. Why? It is because we are unique. What makes us unique? What makes us unique is our soul plan. We are all on our own journey. There is no comparison. I might be an infant soul that has just come out from my Purnatma, from IFSS. I will not be like you. I will be different. Or I might be in the middle of an adult soul journey. And in this soul journey, I will not be like an infant soul. That is why we all behave differently. We all feel differently. Because we are in different stages in the soul cycle. There is no comparison. That is why we come with different soul plan. Whatever is correct for us in the soul cycle, that is the soul plan we come up with. If our soul plans are different, if we are in different stage of evolution, then why are we comparing? By fluke, we are all here. By coincidence, you, me, Hari, we are all here. But for Hari, this could be the last life. So his priorities will be different. For me, I've just started the journey. So I want to get into the contrast to know, what is good, what is bad, what is hatred. So I will be doing things that will take me deep into the, I won't call it shit, but deep into illusion, right? But there could be someone in the middle of this journey who likes to balance and see where his karma is going. We are all in different parts of soul cycle and hence there is no comparison. If there is no comparison, then what should we be looking at? If I can't compare with Hari, if I can't compare with Manusha, then what do I do? What do we do is we have to remember that we all have come for our own experiences only. But we don't know what experiences we have come for. If you don't know what you have come for, then you have to trust in somebody, isn't it? There has to be trust and faith in somebody. That universe, because of which these planets exist, that universe because of which you exist, definitely must know more than you. We think that we can think better than others, but we ourselves don't know how far we can go. So when you start thinking in the bigger picture I know I have brought so many topics in this discussion, but it is necessary, if you are on the spiritual path, it is necessary to understand that we do not know what our soul plan is, and hence we have to trust and have faith that there is a bigger force that understands and that realizes where we need to be. And when you have trust and faith in somebody apart from this mind, the surrender automatically comes. Surrender doesn't mean that don't do anything. People always think surrender means not to do anything, just sit there. We human beings can't sit there. We'll worry to death if we did not do anything. Do what you can do the best. And after that, then comes surrender. Then just leave it. Bhagavad Gita, this is what Bhagavad Gita is saying. Outcome, surrender, not the activity. People think activity has to be surrendered. Don't surrender the activity because you cannot sit still. You will definitely do something. Do whatever your wisdom says. Do whatever your dharma says. Do whatever your heart says at that time. But then surrender the outcome because you do not have any control on the outcome. So if there is any logic behind surrender, this is the only logic. The competitive world is no logic for surrender. Somebody who's always in competition in the physical world will never adhere to surrender because there are two different directions. Only the person who understands the complete soul cycle, the one who is on spiritual path, will understand that this is the whole journey is a game of surrender only.